Happy Move Monday, everybody. It is Coach Brandon here on this special Halloween Monday, and I know it's technically still October, but being that it is Monday and going into the rest of this week, we're into November, I wanted to kick off this upcoming month here in what is now Diabetes Awareness Month, and talking today about some facts, some of the most important and crucial facts regarding diabetes. So we'll be talking about just information on what risks there are, what type of health issues can become of that, what ways or what things we can do to help reduce symptoms or even reduce the chances of ever getting diabetes. So we'll be talking about some of those facts today. But again, thank you so much for joining in. I know being that it is Halloween, it's kind of fitting that we'd be talking about diabetes awareness, because I know you probably have a lot of extra candy lying around. Maybe your kids have some extra candy, or the candy you're passing around. Not that there's anything wrong with having some candy every now and then, but everything in moderation. But again, we'll be talking about some of the top important, crucial facts around diabetes today. Fact number one, real quick here, is that type 2 diabetes is the most common type of diabetes. Between type 1 and type 2 diabetes, type 2 is the most common. Out of all cases of diabetics, 90 to 95% are type 2. Type 2 generally is also, thankfully, the one that there are different things that we can do about it, whether it's through medication, exercise, diet, nutrition, a combination of all those things. A lot of times those symptoms can be reduced or even completely reversed to the point where we no longer have diabetes. Fact number two, being overweight greatly increases your risks of getting type 2 diabetes. Generally speaking, that means having a body mass index anything over 25. And if you're not sure what your body mass index is, you can actually find some really quick calculators online. If you Google BMI, you can type in your height, weight, everything like that, and it will give you a relatively accurate BMI. But having a BMI over 25 greatly and exponentially increases your risks of eventually getting type 2 diabetes. Fact number three, on the other side of things, it isn't always a prerequisite. Not everybody that has type 2 diabetes is overweight. So it is still something to keep an eye on. It's important to get your blood sugar tested every now and then, because again, it's still very possible to have develop diabetic symptoms, or to be pre-diabetic or have type 2 diabetes even not being overweight. So that is the other side of the coin. However, the majority of individuals with type 2 diabetes do classify as being overweight. Fact number four, type 2 diabetes means that you're more so insulin resistant. So what happens over time, a lot of the time, because of the different type of foods we ingest, our blood sugar we have a harder time regulating our blood sugar. So our body releases something called insulin to help take some of that sugar out of our blood. But as our body produces more and more insulin, our body becomes used to it, becomes more resistant to it, meaning we are less likely to be able to adequately take out some of that additional sugar that's in our bloodstream, leading to increased levels of blood sugar for sustained periods of time. And finally, fact number five, and I did mention this kind of a little bit in the introduction, most of the time, type 2 diabetes can be controlled with a combination of eating healthier, consistent physical activity, and or oral medications. A lot of the times, one or all of those things can usually reduce our symptoms to the point to where we're no longer in that diabetic range, or even get us to the point where we no longer become dependent on medication to help control our diabetes. So those were just some quick facts before we go into this month of November regarding diabetes. And again, with it being Halloween, I don't want you to feel like you can't have a little bit of fun, eat some extra pieces of candy, but remember, again, everything in moderation. So thank you so much for joining in today. Look for a lot more content coming up this month regarding diabetes information, some exercises. Look for some of those, some videos where we'll be doing some exercises, and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week going into this November. Thank you so much.